All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday, October 18th, and this is the Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee. And we are meeting today as part of our regular budget process. We did not this past year have much of a chance to talk to department directors in various offices, just because we were doing kind of a same services budget without a lot of time for dialogue on some of the departments where we were pretty confident there wasn't going to be a lot of change. And we were reserving our time and bandwidth for the COVID crisis. But we're sort of trying to circle back as best we can to cover some of those topics. And hopefully those observing won't be surprised if it's a brief conversation, as this is a very straightforward item with a department that does a great job. But Naimia, welcome. You've prepared a packet for us today. Why don't you introduce us and then we'll get into it.
Sure. Again, we're having one of the council's oversight work sessions. Today we have the Office of Zoning and Administrative Hearings. Director Hanan and her staff are available to give a quick overview of how her department has been operating since the pandemic began, and to discuss any issues and answer any questions. So I will turn it over to her at this time. Thank you.
Great. Do we have, there she is.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
How are you virtually, which is how we've operated since March of 20.
You also went to virtual hearings and so forth.
Yes, we did. We were able to go to remote hearings without missing a single hearing. And I do have to thank my staff because we were in Microsoft Teams boot camp for, I say 3 weeks. And TEBS was very supportive. They were very supportive. So we were able to pivot right away and not miss a single hearing.
Well, we're grateful to our technology team. They really enabled our county to keep going through the pandemic.
Yes. And in addition to that, we've worked with the planning department so that all applications can be filed remotely. They still have to send us a paper copy because the zoning ordinance requires it, but everything else is done by shared systems. Our hearing notices now contain a link to the planning departments. They have a development application information counter, DAIC, which has all the plans on it. And our hearing notices contain a link to that. So when people get the notice, they can go, okay, what's going on? So that I think is a real benefit, and a lot of times streamlines hearings because people see the plan and they're not as anxious. And the other thing we were able to do in remote hearings, we post the exhibits a couple of days before the hearings so people can see them. And I think the hearings are, this is anecdotal, but I think we have better participation because people don't have to sit all day in OZA. They can, take work calls and things like that. So that's just my feeling that it's better for participation as well.
That's great. That's good feedback. I think we're hearing that a lot, especially in the land use environment, that, the ability of county residents to come to participate in some of these proceedings is pretty limited unless it's something that they really have a passion for, a great interest in, or if it's a mild interest, just a lot of time.
That's right.
And, that's not most people. So what I think you just said, if I understood you correctly, is that because you've put more of the documents online than formerly was the case, when folks are notified about an application and then they go to check into it, they're able to see documents more easily, and therefore it's, helping allay concerns that might be not founded based on rumor or whatever.
Exactly.
So there's that benefit as well. And then, yeah, folks are able to watch and participate as they can. I suppose they can, they can take a break and catch up on the recorded video as well. Were you recorded? I mean, did you have a video component before, or was it all in person?
It was all in person with the transcript. Now, Teams does not have a good enough transcript yet to use as an official transcript. It tends to be garbled, or it doesn't recognize some of the specialized words. But we still have a court reporter attend a meeting virtually and publish a transcript. But people can come in and out as they wish. One guy was in his car taking his daughter to college and was participating. So it's been very flexible.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear.
And we are working with the planning department. We hope to go either late this year or maybe early next year onto e-plans, which is what DPS uses, so that all the agencies can view the plans that are filed and we can see their comments in real time. So we're hoping to do that. That's a program owned by the planning department, and apparently they have to make some adjustments to be able to bring us online, but we are hoping to do that.
Okay. That's interesting. So, basically part of that digitization also has a component for zoning hearing.
Right.
All right. Okay. Well, that's good progress. That's exactly what we want to see. It's, necessity is the mother of invention. So.
Yes, it's been challenging, but it's been exciting as well. So.
All right. Naeem, any questions you wanted to make sure we had a chance to ask about?
No, I think, I don't know, Director Hanan, if you want to go into more of the types of hearings you've been having, anything related to property additions. I guess if you could describe what kind of hearings you've been seeing pick up.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to. We have this year, our workload is actually pretty varied, but this year we had 57% of our cases were conditional uses. 17% were special exception major modifications. And those are modifications of we're seeing more and more of those. And I don't know whether it's because the old zoning ordinance expires in 2029. But we had about 17% of our cases where those. 2 cases were accessory dwelling unit objections. And then 13% of our cases were LMAs, and 4% of our cases were human rights discrimination cases. So we usually have a varied load. And we were able to keep up with our deadlines and even improve on them as far as trying to get the decisions out quickly. So, and then we also had, a record number of hearing days, 27 full hearing days. And that's a record for us for a fiscal year. We've also, one of our performance metrics is whether we, agencies that refer cases to us accept our decisions, and all of them were accepted. We did not have a Board of Appeals appeal, but we did have appeals of the human rights discrimination cases. One of them has raised an interesting issue in circuit court. Our statute only permits a complainant to get $5,000 in damages, but there's no cap on attorney's fees. And it's my understanding it comes from an old circuit court case that said the county didn't have state authorization for higher fees. So the question pending in the circuit court is whether we can award, the hearing examiner in that case awarded somewhere around $250,000 to the complainant for her attorney's fees. And that's being challenged because the amount she can get individually is so low. So I will raise that. That is an unusual issue.
Okay. What's the remedy there?
The remedy is to go to the state delegation and get authority through a public local law to have a higher award for attorney's fees. For damages for the complainant themselves. And if it's we don't win in the circuit court, then that means that complainants won't even be able to recoup attorney's fees. So that's an important issue that we've dealt with this year. And so I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Yeah. Would you consider drafting legislation for the county to request part of the local legislative process, or?
It can't be done locally. It has to be done through your state delegation, the General Assembly.
Right. What I meant was that, actually it was last week, I think, was the deadline for the county to submit drafted bills that become, I guess, usually sponsored by the delegation if they are, if they're bureaucratic enough, I suppose. And there's no controversy around them. So, you could certainly take some time this year to draft that. It's, you could even try to get it in for this upcoming legislative session.
I have no problem doing that. It's a thing we've experienced before, and to keep that process as vital as it is, I think it would be good. So I would be it's just changing a number. So I would be happy to draft some legislation. I can send it to whoever on the council staff.
Why don't I suggest that you talk to Melanie Wenger. She's our head of government relations for the county government in Annapolis and on the Hill and everywhere. And talk to her about the issue, see if she thinks that it would be possible to pursue legislation now, or if we should just wait for next year. And either way, you would not have to draft the legislation. You would just simply explain the issue. And then I think county attorneys would draft it, or maybe the state attorneys, state legislative branch attorneys would draft it. But so, yeah, that seems like an important one for us to not let fall between the cracks.
Thank you. And I did want to thank you for our new space. We were able to get some technology in there. So I'm hoping, I don't know if we can do hybrid hearings. I'm still exploring that. But we do have some technology in there, and we're hoping if we do go back in person, hopefully it will aid everybody in getting through the hearing.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, is there some question as to whether you would go back to the old way, or whether, you would need to, I imagine your goal would be to continue to offer virtual even if you are in person, I suppose, right?
The virtual is quite popular.
Yeah.
However, there are some questions of due process, the ability to see and judge the credibility of the witness.
Right.
Now, the Court of Special Appeals just upheld the use of Skype testimony in a criminal case.
Mm-hmm.
So that bodes well that it's untested. So it's something that right now, we're just doing them all remotely, and we'll probably continue to do them all remotely unless there's an objection.
Okay. All right.
Or at least unless the Delta variant calms down.
Right. Well, it is calming a little bit. It's down probably to half of or so what it was at its peak a couple, 6 to 8 weeks ago. But it also seems like it's potentially going to be around for a while. So, yeah.
Well, I admire the council. You have done a great job, really.
Oh, thank you. It's been a challenge for all of us. Everyone has had to have major impacts with COVID and to grapple through. All right. Councilmember Joando.
Yeah. Thank you, Director Rosen. We didn't pay you to say that. We didn't know that was coming, that praise. So we appreciate that.
Well, I feel that's not brown nosing, believe it or not. I thought you did a great job.
I appreciate that. And you got into it at the end, and I was a couple minutes delayed. You might have said this, but you talked about the types of cases, and I'm assuming that it's connected to the overall increase, right? Or is that what, as far as the level, the number pre-pandemic to now, are you seeing them trickle back up as far as the number of things that are coming before you?
They are going, yes, they're higher than they were, say, in the pandemic was March 2020. They're higher than they were. And it may be because people are trying to prepare. Many are residential,
Right.
Many are public or private schools, but many are big child care. So they are ticking up. Yes.
Okay. But you're able to keep up, and you feel you have what you need, and to handle all of that.
The only thing, well, yes, I have a great staff, and we're not sure what we're going to get as far as the 5G systems. I think Mitzi Herrera mentioned that there won't be many conditional uses because it's a longer process than using the limited use. But I just would reserve the thing that said if we did get a lot of those have to be processed really quickly. And so I would say that may cause the need for additional staff. The only thing else we need is funding for transcripts, because those are the things right now. We've already gone through half of our transcript money, and it's only the third month of the fiscal year. And it's a small, our appropriation is $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
We've been through 5,000, but it's not a big deal. But my concern is we borrow from, if we had 5G, we use contract hearing examiners so we can process the cases quickly. We do that anyway, because there's not enough, many times when you get a complicated human rights case, we want to try to meet all our deadlines as quickly as possible. So we dig into that contract money, and I would prefer not to have to do that. So that's one item.
That's good to know. I'm glad good. That was what I was looking for. Okay, so we'll follow up with our staff on that, and as we head into the budget, I'm assuming that could be taken care of then. It's a
small amount. The other thing is a tickler system, because we're still, I hope this is okay to say this, we're still working on a word chart that we have to, but if we did get 5G, if you don't make the time deadline, it's approved. And we would not want that to happen, at least till people get their say. So that's the only other thing, but we're working on that.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's helpful. Thank you. And we'll noted, and thank you for all the work you're doing. And it's good to see you virtually.
We will. It's nice to see you as well.
All right.
And thank you for our space.
Okay, Councilmember Friesen? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any specific questions. Just wanted to offer my thanks and appreciation to you and your staff. It's been a challenging time to serve in these roles, and appreciate your ability to adapt to changing dynamics, and just wanted to express my thanks.
Well, thank you. And it's a pleasure to serve Montgomery County.
Thank you. So again, just to restate what you shared with us about 5G, the council passed the zoning ordinance. At this point, we're waiting to see how the industry is going to proceed with any applications. And at the moment, you have not received any notice that anyone's intending to file a conditional use application, but you're not sure. So
we do have rules coming up to you. It'll come to the council. It goes to the full council, but we did do, because there's 3 new processes, we had to do some new rules, and the council should be getting those shortly.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Well, thanks. That's great.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate your work. Glad to be back in dialogue. And without further ado, I think, Naeem, we can adjourn.
Yes, absolutely. I will work with the director to get some more information on her requests.
Please do. Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We are adjourned for the day. We had some previously scheduled Thrive content that has moved to a future meeting. So that's all we have for today. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Take care.